Hammer time! Hammer time! I'm toast. Right on! Nice! 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 Right on!
Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. The biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb, and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Hi gang, hope everybody's okay. Hope you can hear me alright, hang on a second. Hello Stephen Smith, hello Bonaventura, Swiftly, hello. Just make sure my mic is working. It seems very loud. Is it very loud? I might have the volume too loud. Let me know if the mic is too loud, guys, okay? So, could be a technical disaster today because I've changed all my computers around. So, you may know or may not know that I use 2 computers for my streaming. One to run the Zwift game, one to run the streaming software. So, I've now added a different computer. One computer is gone. The computer that used to run my streaming software is now this computer that runs Zwift, and I've got a different computer to run the streaming software. Okay, extremely loud, everybody says. Right, hang on. Voice 1 2 3 4 5. Still too loud. Jason Darby says even NASA don't have that many computers. You'll have to bear with me because having just switched everything around, I'm just getting used to all the settings. So, and now Jeff Partridge says it's too quiet. Okay. Right, I've turned it up a bit more. Can you hear the music all right? I don't know. Oh dear. Buenaventura says that now it's better. Oh God. I'm supposed to be concentrating on running. I'll get it right, I'll work it out. Oh, that's why I didn't run yesterday, because I was switching over all my computers. And by the time I'd got everything set up, I wasn't sure whether I'd got it right or not. So I didn't stream yesterday. So we're in Monday Run Club. Victoria says the mix is dreadful. Buenaventura says it's perfect like that. It's hard to know how to please you guys. I don't know. Victoria, come out here and tell me exactly what's wrong, as far as you're concerned. I'll concentrate on with some running. So we're doing Monday Run Club, and Monday Run Club today, Group A. We're doing just over 11 kilometres, and basically it's just a gradual speed up. So most of the time, every 800 metres, we speed up a little bit. Then when we get to the middle of the run, we do a couple of little sprints, 200 metre sprints at 15 kilometres an hour. And then we drop the pace back down, and basically we just start again, getting faster and faster for the second half of the run. And that's it, that's standard Monday Run Club fare. That's what happens. Okay, well, maybe there's something wrong with the compressor then. I'll have to. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, I'll work on it over the next few days, guys, and I'll get back to you with it. So let's just concentrate on this run now. Ryan Perring says it's a bit buzzy and vibraty, if that makes sense. Paul Deering says, come and sort him out, Victoria. So we got Buenaventura just in front of me, we've got Paul Deering just behind me, Vidic as well, Crosby's with us, Maskell's with us, Moreno, Jeffries, loads of people we know. Simon Davies is there, Innocentes from Portugal is there, Carol Rushworth has just gone by on the bike, so Everybody's out tonight. So we're still in the warm-up. It's a 1 mile warm-up. So we've done a kilometre. There we go, look. I'll just have to fix it later in the week. Right, I've lowered the mic a little bit more again. Or right there. I think maybe I've forgotten to put the compressor on the mic or something. Maybe. Anyway, okay. We'll work it out for the next time. You'll just have to put up with me tonight. So we're going through the desert. And, oh, I know what might be the problem. Bear with me a sec. Is that any better? No? I've just put the compressor on the whole mix. Maybe I need to bring the compressor down a bit. How's that? Is that any better? Right, I've whacked the compressor up now. So, hopefully, that might improve things a bit. But we can still play with this as we go on. It was the compressor. I'll still probably need to play with the levels a bit, but yeah, I hadn't put the compressor on. Tina Beard, thank you. Ryan Perry, thank you. Victoria, thank you. Victoria says, just get on with running. Stephen Smith says, can't you do Zwift events in the morning, or are you only free in the evenings? Well, I tend to try and work on other stuff in the mornings. However, if I'm training for an event, then yes, I often do run in the morning and in the evening. But of course, there are no events at the moment, so I'm not training for anything. Okay, that's the end of the warm-up. Let's get going with the first 800 metres. Monday Run Club, live on the Zwift Live channel, Zwift Run Live channel, and the Film My Run Facebook page, and share that to the Zwift Runners page. So if you've never come to a group event before, this is what it looks like. We're all very friendly, you know. No need to be shy. Come and get involved, join the group runs. Monday Run Club is one of our standard weekly runs, and you'd be more than welcome. Groups A, B, C or D, varying in pace and speed. So if this looks a bit too fast, then there's plenty of options for you. Right, seeing as we're going through the desert, there's no way I can turn off anywhere. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my camera angles on. Winding all over the road, as has become the norm in the past week. Gonna have to put the fan on soon. Oh, don't frighten me, Ryan. honestly. I'll leave the camera angles on for the time being, and I'm pretty confident we'll be all right most of the time. But it just takes one false move, doesn't it? Just one false move for me to go AWOL on the run. Right, I'm going to speed up just a bit just to slowly catch up some of the other runners. Only a bit though. Slowly reel people in. This is not a race, by the way. Hit Me says, wait, I thought these were pre-recorded. Oh no. Live as live can be, I'm afraid. Right, 150 metres to go in the first set. Basically just gets faster for the whole run. We get faster to the middle, we slow down again, and then we just get faster to the end. Still got just under 9 kilometres left. Somebody's sprinting past us all there. Proudly wearing my Pride On t-shirt that I got on Saturday with Nikki Hiltz. That was a good fun run. Okay, Hit Me. You have to do one of the Pride On events, and they are on a Tuesday and a Saturday every day. Every Tuesday and Saturday this month. So for the whole of June, every Tuesday, every Saturday, there will be a Pride On event that you can take part in, and you will get the Pride On rainbow t-shirt. And Swiftly is doing the Pride On run tonight at 10 o'clock UK time. And that is obviously because in some parts of the world, that is early morning on Tuesday. Yes, Ryan Penguin is correct. You not only do you get the t-shirt, but you get the shorts and socks. I haven't put the socks on actually. Seems like the your messages are not coming up on screen, are they, guys? Something else I need to sort out then. Swiftly, yes, I use the camera angles when there's not an event on, because then it doesn't really matter which direction I go. But when there's an event on, I often turn the camera angles off because my camera angles press buttons that send me the wrong way on the course. There we go. Now the sound effect will probably be wrong. Well, there's no sound effect at all. Okay. Swiftly, I'm Stephen Cousins. That's my real name, that's my Zwift name. Surname is C-O-U-S. Well, you can see it on the screen there. C-O-U-S-I-N-S. Stephen Cousins. I reckon you could have worked that out yourself, you know. Big Stephen above my head there, look. And then Cousins in the list of runners. Okay. Up we go to 12.9 kilometres an hour. I've gone up to 13 just to keep with the group. Sometimes I find if I stick it at exactly the pace that's required, I occasionally tend to fall behind a bit. Thank you for all the ride-ons that I'm getting. I don't think any of my buttons are working just yet. Oh, there we go. That's working. No sound though. Still need to sort some stuff out. Hello Neil, hope you're alright. So if you're just joining me, the potential tonight for loads of technical problems because I've swapped all my computers over. So the computer that was running my streaming software is now running Zwift. The computer that was running Zwift is now sitting dead on the sofa, and I've got a completely different computer running my streaming software. So any manner of things could go wrong tonight. Ryan says, all these tech issues, you'd think you were new to streaming. I often feel like I am, to be honest with you. Sometimes I've got no idea what I'm doing, but I don't need to tell you that. The amount of fun we had trying to get around those roads on the 100 miles of Watopia event was hilarious. Keith Pronas, hello. Anyway, enjoying running through the desert. Good fun. And we're coming up to, we're 250 metres to go before the final increase of pace. And then we've got a couple of 200 metre sprints, or at least strides anyway, at 15 kilometres per hour. Ryan doesn't want to talk about the 100 miles of Watopia because he's still getting nightmares about it. Suffice to say, I wanted to cover every road in Watopia, and that meant having to double back on myself and go around little bends and corners, and I kept going the wrong way, running too far down one road, not turning down the one I meant to turn down. Oh god, it took us forever. Okay, 13.2 now, so last 800 metres, and then we're kind of getting towards the middle of the run. Keith says, any news about races starting back in England? Well, England athletics, I think, were initially talking about the end of June, but now I think they're moving towards August. So we probably won't see anything official until at least August. But I've just had an event called off that was due to take place in Scotland in September. So the Ben Nevis Ultra, which I DNF'd at last year, has literally today been cancelled, and that's not until September. Jason Darby says, I only come here to the stream to learn about computers. I don't even run. Don't ask me about computers. I turn them on and hope for the best. And most of the time, as Ryan will tell you, it's a disaster. Hey, this is good. Heart rate 157. Not doing too badly, enjoying it. Probably shouldn't be talking so much. I tell you what though, so my whole family and I, we all think that we have had COVID-19, and it's become quite apparent in recent weeks when I'm going at a relatively quick pace, so not when I'm going slowly, so the 100 milers are fine, but at faster speeds I still feel like it's difficult to get a full breath of air. It's like your lungs don't want to expand fully. I remember last week having a similar feeling, but as the run went on, it kind of relaxed a bit more and it was a bit easier. But I've certainly got that now. Just when you want to take a full breath of air, your lungs won't expand far enough. Jeff Partridge says any excuse. You're not going to get me to do Olympus Mons. It's not happening. I do like my mountain ultras, but you're not getting me running an ultra on Mars or Venus or wherever it is. Okay, so here we go with a 15 km/h stride out for 200 metres. Thanks for the ride on. Ellis, thank you. And 400 metres recovery coming up. So easy to get set up with Zwift Running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Okay, nice bit of recovery. Another 15 kilometres per hour stride coming up. Less than 6 kilometres left of Monday Run Club. And although it's not a race, there's a good number of A runners out tonight. And it tells me I'm in 10th place out of 33 runners on the course, or in the Monday Run Club event. But that does include everyone, I think, so that's B, C and D runners as well. But certainly a decent number of A runners out. Right, here we go again. 15 kilometres an hour. Neil says he sent me a picture. I'll have a look at it in a second. Neil, hold on. When you say you've sent it me on Messenger, through the Film My Run page, I haven't got it on my private Messenger. I might have to look for it later, Neil. Can't see it just at the moment. No, I can't see it at the moment, Neil. I'll have to search for it later when I finish running. You can tell me the make and model if you need. Hitley says, what headphones do you use? These are Aftershocks. So they're bone conductor headphones, so I can hear myself talking, but I can also hear a bit of music if I want to. So this is the screen that you're looking at. Course map up there, pace, distance and time at the top there. Level 21 is my level in the game. Can't get higher than level 21 at the moment. The required speed, the speed I'm actually going, heart rate and cadence. And then that's the details of the workout there. Right. Up to 12.3, and so now we just gradually increase again. So we're 800 metre reps each time, and after each 800 metres, we just bump up the speed a bit of a progressive run. So you could call it a progressive run with intervals. So Group 8 looking lovely tonight. There is a bit of a group up ahead. Davies, Itsusaki, Moreno, who are all running together. And then the rest of us, Westby, Innocentes, Buenaventura, Paul Deering, Drea, we're all together. Oh, Drea's a bit behind actually. So about 4 of us, 5 of us together. Westby is actually in Group D, but running in Group A's pace from Switzerland. And if you're wondering, the thing flying above my head is a pace bot. So every group has a pace bot. So keeping with the pace bot ensures that you are doing the workout correctly. These workouts are all at a set speed. So a lot of workouts you do will be based on your own individual pace. So everybody in the group will have an individual pace to stick to. However, Monday Run Club and Wednesday workout are slightly different in that Group A are all supposed to be going at the same pace as our Group B, Group C and Group D. But you can see here, Jeffries is 1 minute 7 seconds ahead of us all. Davies is 44 seconds ahead, so they're not sticking to the actual required pace of the workout. Not a big deal, but it would be nice if you join a group workout that you do join the group and not just run off on your own. Like I say, not the end of the world, but it just would be nice. I mean, if you're going to run on your own, you may as well do your own workout, you know. Okay, Paul Deering says he's just purchased the new Wahoo Ticker Fit. It's a 4-arm heart rate monitor, lightweight and very accurate, more user-friendly than a chest strap. Nice. Yes, I'd definitely like to try out the new Wahoo Ticker. Does it stay on your arm all right? Oh, Neil, yes, that'll be fine for Zwift. The Cuspo's a good heart rate monitor. It's perfectly okay. And it's Bluetooth, so that will connect to any device. As long, obviously, if you're using a PC, obviously you need to make sure that your Bluetooth is on and that you have a Bluetooth dongle installed, or that your PC has Bluetooth in it anyway. But yeah, that'll work fine. Okay, next 800 metre set coming up, 12.6 kilometres an hour. Let's do this thing. Oh, that's wrong, isn't it? Let's not do that. Let's go back to there. We'll show you that again. Right. Haven't sorted all that out then yet, have I? Paul Deering, when asked, does it stay on your arm? The new Wahoo Ticker Fit, he says it's fantastic, does not slip. So heading through Tempus Fugit, the desert course on Zwift, nice and flat, lots of wide open canyon scenery to look at. We've been through the mining town, we've been through the oasis, so next is the flowers and then the modern town at the end of the route, or towards the end of the route. Yes, it should be. I wouldn't drown it in water, hit me, but yes, you can certainly wash it off. Ryan Downey has just private messaged me. He says, how long does it take to recover from your first ultra? Ryan, you'll be fine. Just relax, get lots of good food, lots of sleep, and you'll be back to full fitness within a month of your ultra. And the more ultras you do, the quicker you'll recover. Right, we're into the flower fields. Alex Dyser, when do you reckon it will take the park runs to open? I don't reckon they'll be open till after the summer. Just a guess. Middle of August if we're lucky. Although, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe as soon as England Athletics say it's okay. So Parkrun are tied to England Athletics, and they won't want to do anything until England Athletics gives the go-ahead. So it will probably be the beginning of August then, if they stick to the plans. Jeff Partridge makes a good point. Ryan Downey's recovering from an ultra. You never recover from an ultra. You always want more. It's like a drug. If you give up ultras, well, it's like trying to give up cigarettes. You're just an ex-smoker, just an ex-ultra runner, recovering ultra runner. Right, up we go. Or what is it? You're still a smoker, but you just don't smoke cigarettes. You're still a smoker, but you don't smoke. You're still an alcoholic, but you don't drink alcohol. Is that right? Something like that. So you're still an ultra runner, just don't run ultras. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. We are not far away now, so 2 more lots of 800 metres. We've got a couple more sprints, and then I imagine it's a 1 kilometre cool down at the end. Neil says, are you running tomorrow? If you are, I'll run with you. He's running outside at the moment with a foot pod. Nice one. Yes, I will run, but I can't tell you what I'll do. I don't know yet. What day is it tomorrow? Tuesday. So it's either Ryan Downey's run or Turn It Up Tuesdays. And it will be early evening time in the UK, so anytime between 5 and 8, I imagine. Alex, tell me about it. Alex says, unless it's a flat ultra, they're the worst. Yep, I'm right with you. Much as I would love to do some of those 140-mile canal ultras, I just think it'd drive me around a bend. It really suits some people. But as yet, I have yet to fall in love with them. Hit me if you buy a gift card. I think you can, yes. No reason why you can't use it on yourself. Okay, outskirts of the modern town. Does anybody know if this modern town has a name? I'm ignoring you, Jeff. La 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 la, fingers in ears, la 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 la. So not far away from the last one now, 800 metres at 13.2. Couple of sprints and we're done. dinosaur past the petrol station. And remember, if you go into the forest, Titans Grove, you can see real dinosaurs. Well, I mean, you know, real virtual dinosaurs. Right, just about 11 minutes or so left of running. Just bump the pace up a little bit to catch up with that pace spot. Meters. I hope you weren't looking at the screen while you were running outside, Neil. Probably not good for your health. Okay, coming up to 9 kilometres done. Just over 2 kilometres left. Monday Run Club, live on the Zwift Run live channel and the Film My Run Facebook page. Shared out to the Facebook Runners, Zwift Runners Facebook page. And we're approaching the final few 100 metres. Going to do a couple of sprints, or at least strides, stretching out the legs a bit at 15 kilometres per hour. Bump the speed up a bit, just to push it a bit towards the end, work a little bit harder. And bring it down a bit. Just pushing on a bit now. Thanks for the ride-ons, guys. Nearly done with Monday Run Club. One more stride out to go, and then 800 metres of cool down. Nice Group A Monday workout. Hopefully I won't go the wrong way through the town here. There's a potential to turn left. We don't want to do that. Oh, and it looks like I might be. Oh no, I'm wandering all over the road again. If I go off the wrong way, then I'm not going to worry about it because there's not really very much left of the workout today. Okay, final bit of hard work on today's run. One more stride out, 15 kilometres an hour. We'll go about, should we go 16 kilometres an hour? Let's go at 16 for the final stride out. 200 metres. Zwiftly says, do you run with other people when not live? Do you mean on Zwift or outdoors? There we go, hard work done. So, yeah, I mean, when I run on Zwift, I'm almost always streaming live, so it's very rare that I'll do a run on Zwift and it not be streamed live. So, full disclosure, I am contracted to Zwift to do live streams for them. So that's what this is. The reason is because I love Zwift anyway. I would be on it anyway. But yes, I probably live stream more because of that. So I hardly ever run on Zwift without live streaming. And whenever I'm on Zwift, I'm almost always doing a group workout of some description. But not always. So occasionally I'll do my own individual workout, and very occasionally I'll do my own challenge. So about a month ago I ran 100 miles on the treadmill on Zwift. So that obviously that wasn't a group event, although loads of people very kindly came out to support me and run with me for part of the way. You need to write a very nice letter to Eric Min, Ryan. Okay, there we are. 800 metre cool down done. Not done, 800 metre cool down to do. And then that is us finished for Monday Run Club. Well done everybody who took part. Thank you very much everybody for joining me. To be fair, Ryan, if there's anyone who deserves some other credit from Zwift, it is you. The amount of work you've put into Zwift over the past 3 years or so. So gradually slowing it down. Managed to get all my stars so far. And we're now running through Titans Grove. But I don't think we're going to get far enough into the forest to see the dinosaurs. But shout if you see any. Oh, okay. We're going off this way. Which way is that? I can't work out where I am on the map. So we've been a bit naughty because we are finishing a bit ahead of the pace bot, and that's just because we put a bit of extra speed in towards the end of the run. I've dragged Paul Deering and Buenaventura with me. Well, Paul Deering anyway. Where's Buenaventura gone? Oh, there he is. With Innocenti's just behind as well. Well done to those guys. And there's my 11 kilometre target done. There's all my ticker tape. Point 2, 200 metres to go. Appreciate all your chat on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Been lots of it. Paul Deering says very enjoyable. Thanks for leading as always, Stephen. No worries. Neil Messenger says it's hard work running outside. Is it hard work running outside or on the treadmill? Well, I used to find it a lot more difficult on the treadmill, but I think in general that was just because I had a poor treadmill before. Well, all the treadmills I've had before have not been great quality, and so they would kind of make you work harder for the same speed. So I always used to find that my heart rate would go crazy, and I'd feel really hot and really tired going at a pace that would be quite comfortable for me outside. But what I've realised over the years is really treadmills are not great under £1,000 basically. Any treadmill where the motor is less than 3 horsepower, 3 continuous horsepower, they're not going to be great for you. They're going to make you work harder for the same speed. And by working harder, your heart rate goes up and you feel like it's more difficult on the treadmill. It isn't more difficult on the treadmill if you've got a treadmill which is powerful and good enough to carry your weight without, when your foot impacts the belt, without slowing the belt down and making you drag the treadmill belt round with your feet. So, once I got this treadmill and I learned how to use it better, I realised that actually my pace and heart rate on a treadmill are pretty much comparable to my pace and my heart rate outdoors. and that's what I find now. Swiftly says his treadmill costs £35. Well, my guess is then that you will be finding it more difficult to run indoors on that treadmill than outdoors. Your heart rate or your work rate will be higher indoors for the same speed. Neil says he finds he sweats more on a treadmill. Yes, well, take a note of your heart rate as well. It may be that you're sweating more because you're working harder. Your heart rate is higher, so you're finding it more difficult. Say you can do 10 kilometres in an hour on Zwift, but outdoors. Or no, say your time outdoors for 10k is an hour. On Zwift, you can do 10k in an hour, but your average heart rate is likely higher, and you're sweating more, you're feeling more fatigued doing that time. That could be to do with your environment as well, of course. I mean, I haven't had my fan on today. Normally I have a fan on. You've got to have an environment which is not going to overheat you. That is definitely a factor. But more often than not, it is to do with how good your treadmill is. So have a look at your heart rate, Neil, and see if it is raised higher for equivalent runs indoors to outdoors. I have done all that testing. So I had my old treadmill here a few years ago. I ran on that, and then I went to a gym which had really top quality gym grade treadmills, and I ran on that, and then I ran outdoors, and I compared the three results that I had, and it was quite clear what was going on. And since I've done similar tests since I've had this treadmill. Anyway, I'm waffling now, and we've now done 10.5, so I'm going to turn the treadmill off, say thank you very much to everybody. Good chat. Buenaventura, another day, another nice run. He says thank you, hero. And yeah, so there we go. Okay. And Neil says he's getting his heart rate monitor on Wednesday. Okay, so that'll be very interesting to check that out, won't it? Do you not get heart rate on your watch, Neil? Have you not got heart rate on your watch? Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. We may do Ryan Downey's run, or we may do Turn It Up Tuesday. Let's just have a little look at the schedule. So we're opening up the Zwift Companion app. Click on, let's just give Ryan Downey and Paul Deering ride-ons. Okay, events tomorrow. There's the Pride Run at 7:30, of course. There's Turn It Up Tuesday at 7:30. There's the Pack Social at 8:15. Well, do you know what? Having said the Pack Social or Turn It Up Tuesday, I'm now thinking I'm going to do the Pride Run. There are 29 runners in the Pride Run, so it might be nice to do that. So, okay, 7:30 tomorrow evening, UK time. The Pride Run 2020 5K. We'll do that with the gang tomorrow. There we are. Okay, oh, Neil doesn't have heart rate. Okay. Buenaventura's a madman. Okay, I'm going to have a shower. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. It's been a very enjoyable run today. Nice chat. So see you later. Take care. Bye.